Hey friends, this is Cindy Nick. Welcome to my podcast, Reflections from My Morning Walk. Have you ever been on a really important phone call and about midway through a sentence you realize that there's silence on the other end and nobody's there? The call just drops? You check your signals, walk in circles, maybe even hold your phone up in the air like that's going to magically fix it. And it's frustrating because 1 second you were connected and then you weren't. Or what about when the electricity suddenly goes out? Everything stops. No lights, no Wi-Fi, no AC, which in Texas might be a real tragedy. You quickly realize just how dependent you are on that connection to that power source. The last few days, I've been thinking a lot about what it means to be connected, not just technologically, but spiritually, emotionally, and relationally. Because here's the truth. You can be sitting right next to someone and still feel completely disconnected. The Bible makes it so clear that we were never meant to live disconnected lives. From the very beginning, God designed us for relationship with Himself and with others. Jesus said it this way in John 15:5. I am the vine and you are the branches. If you stay joined to me and I to you, you will produce lots of fruit. But you cannot do anything without me. That's not a suggestion, friends. That's a lifeline to connection. When we stay connected to Christ, we have life, strength, and purpose. But when we disconnect, things start to wither away quickly. And connection is not just about our relationship with God, it's also about our relationship with other believers. The writer of Hebrews reminds us that many in the early church were facing intense persecution. Out of fear and the desire to avoid cultural rejections, some had begun to withdraw from gathering together. And in Hebrews 10:24-25, the Apostle Paul addresses this drift, noting that they had fallen out of the habit of meeting together for worship. They were skipping out on church. He gently urges them not to continue in that pattern. Instead, he calls them to remain committed to gathering, encouraging one another, and strengthening their faith, especially as they recognize that the day of the Lord's return is drawing near. Simply put, it is vital that we dwell in the presence of God and in the presence of other believers. Sometimes disconnection happens slowly. Sometimes it's a choice. Sometimes it just happens. I'm the oldest of 3 girls. Bless my daddy's heart. My middle sister moved away from our hometown about 35 years ago. At the time, we all thought, she'll come back someday. But she didn't. She created a life somewhere else. We grew up really close. Early on, we shared a bedroom, Barbies, and neighborhood friends. Mom even dressed us alike sometime, which is a story for another day. At times, we even got in trouble together. I just assumed we would always be that connected. Well, minus the getting in trouble part. And while we've made a huge effort to stay close with phone calls and texting, it's just not the same as being there. The same is true with my best friend who lives 100 miles away. I love hearing her voice. But staying connected takes effort. It doesn't just happen naturally anymore. Distance changes things. People disconnect for all kinds of reasons. Busyness, the calendar fills up, and before you know it, relationships quietly get pushed to the side. Or hurt or disappointment causes us to withdraw and work through pain and isolation, rather than face the thing that forced us away in the first place. Sometimes we get distracted. We replace real connection with surface-level interactions such as social media, anybody, television, books, or even chat rooms. And sometimes we just neglect to be connected. We assume it will maintain itself and relationships will continue, but they don't. Spiritually speaking, it's often even more subtle. We skip a day in the Word. We miss a day of prayer, and then 2 days, and then 3. We put off gathering in person with other believers and replace it with a digital community. And little by little, we've drifted. We're disconnected. There's a saying that absence makes the heart grow fonder. That might work for some relationships, but in our relationship with the Lord, absent doesn't make the heart grow fonder. It makes it grow distant. Before long, disconnection leads us to become discontent, discouraged, disappointed, disengaged, disheartened, and disobedient. Well, you get the idea. James 4:8 is a well-known verse in the Bible that says, "Come near to God, and He will come near to you." This verse is both an encouraging word and a call to action. It says, "Come near," intentionally. Connection doesn't happen by accident. It happens on purpose. Just like you wouldn't ignore a dropped call, we shouldn't ignore a drifting heart. So how do we stay connected to God? Well, we spend time in His Word. Psalms 119:105 reminds us, His Word is a lamp that gives light wherever we walk. We spend time with Him in prayer. We walk in obedience. John 14:15 says, "If you love me, you will do as I command." And we stay connected to others by showing up, reaching out, and making time, even when it's inconvenient or uncomfortable. Because relationships in heaven and on earth require investment. Here's my final thoughts. When the power goes out, you do whatever it takes to restore it. When the signal drops, you reconnect that call as soon as you can. So why do we sometimes live spiritually disconnected and act like it's normal? It's not. We were created to live fully connected to God and to each other. Will you say this prayer with me today? Lord, thank you for creating us for connection with you and with others. Help us to stay close to you each day and not drift away in the busyness of life. Draw our hearts back when we feel distant and give us a desire to seek you first. Teach us to be present, to encourage others, and to value the relationships you've given us. Hey friends, go out there and get connected. And don't forget, keep walking.